Hey everybody, how's it going? We are here with a general and timeless tarot reading. My name is Gabriella, for anybody new tuning in. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. So happy to be here with you guys. I'm getting something coming through about water. You may be more focused on staying hydrated. Can be a health thing that you're focusing on. Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands. So there's a relationship that you're focused on currently. Somebody that you care about. Alright. I feel like a rush of heat all of a sudden. So we're starting off with the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about knowing your worth. It's about knowing your values. It's also about being in a space where you know what you're willing to negotiate on, what you're not willing to negotiate on. You may be taking a break from some exchange in order to adopt a new perspective. Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords, a mental break, at least. For some reason, there's something about like a relationship or you being in a space of suspended balance where you may have felt like it was something mentally that you couldn't maintain currently. I'm seeing the Death card, so this is associated with you working up to the point where there's going to be a really big, I'm hearing alchemical transition that you are making. This is a big thing psychologically for you, okay, with the Death card here. Scorpio rules psychology, the brain. It rules these very like profound and deep situations that we find ourselves in where we grow in very drastic and incredible ways. The Death card also means that you're getting to a point where something has come to an end. I'm hearing outgrown specifically. For some of you, this is like what you're attracted to and what you're looking for within a relationship. Doesn't only have to be romantic relationships. For some of you, I am seeing that be a topic of discussion here. Relationships, I'm seeing that be a topic of discussion here with the Lovers. Something has been going on that doesn't feel like it's completely in the light. This can be that you have a connection with somebody and you feel like something important is not being disclosed. You may be feeling like guilt coming off of somebody, maybe sensing something. The new you isn't going to go for this. Somebody's coming through and they're trying to connect with you, but Four of Cups says you are not into this. You may have needed to take a break from, let's just say it's a relationship. Took a break from a relationship because I'm hearing duplicated, because you felt like something was not aligned with your values. This can mean you being in a situation where you're like, there is an offset. Something is out of balance about the way that I show up and the way that you show up, and I don't feel like that's compatible. And so I'm seeing there was a break, and this gave you time, has given you time to reevaluate your values, and it seems like there's also something that is developing for you mentally, psychologically, spiritually, that is going to connect you with your relationships in general, and it's going to give you a different viewpoint on a particular relationship that you may just not be that into anymore. But you may have been feeling a very different way before you went through this awakening. This is feeling like an awakening. This is a very big development spiritually for you. So something that was appealing to you before, maybe before you were fully recognizing your worth and what types of things you wanted to be mixed up in, like before that happened, this may have been something where you'd be like, okay, that works for me. Now, that does not work for you. So you may actually be rejecting someone's idea that you guys should be together in some capacity. This is what I'm seeing here. I'm hearing something about you finding yourself. You would only be at this point after you went through some sort of awakening. Like, something definitely has jolted you in a way where you completely surrendered to something and allowed yourself to transform through that experience. Death card is not easy. This would have been something that felt very tough that you went through. Something that reinforced this understanding of how resilient you are, and something that gave you a brand new perspective of how something no longer works for you anymore. So the ideas you had before of you and this person and how things were meant to be, you have different ideas about what your relationship is supposed to be, what that means to you. I'm hearing it's okay to say no. I'm seeing you like sort of look away from this. I'm getting really that you're disinterested in it, but it may feel awkward for you because if this person is clearly coming through with the idea of like, hey, you trying to be together? Like there's stuff going on between us, and you actively being like, I don't think so. You're like growing accustomed to being in this space of like actually rejecting things that you want to reject. So it may feel a little bit awkward for you to communicate like, no, this actually isn't something I want. This actually isn't resonating with me. Just give yourself time as you're moving through this process, because you are finding your voice that is attached to your emotional motivations. I'm seeing this be a big thing for you. Like this is going to be the completion of something very big, cyclically, karmically for you. Turning something down that you know in your heart does not resonate with you. Not where you are now. Because I'm seeing there be this like big leap that you've taken, like a transcendent leap. And so that's why it can be, give yourself time to, this can feel sad for you. You can be in a space where you're like, no, you don't resonate with me anymore in that way. And I feel sad about that because there is a grieving process. There's like that shoe doesn't fit the way that it did before anymore. Like that person doesn't feel compatible the way that they did before. And that can be a sad moment too. So just like allow yourself the space that you need to feel everything. Because I'm not seeing you take joy in being like, this doesn't work for me anymore. Like I'm not seeing it be a happy moment. I'm seeing this be difficult, but I'm also seeing you be like, I need to be true to myself here. I need to be honest. I'm seeing someone's face get a little green. Looking at Scorpio, Gemini, Sagittarius. This is hard because you definitely have You have the type of history that is hard to move through at times with this person. Like, I'm seeing a very intricate connection that you have with them, which it seems like your past makes this more difficult. The history that you have with this person makes it more difficult. But like in the past also, you may have not felt like things properly aligned. If it did, you would have never had this break in the first place from your interaction with this person. Like, Four of Swords wouldn't be needed. A break and a recharging wouldn't be needed if if they were fully exchanging with you. There was some sort of issue or break in the exchange, and that's why Four of Swords would be needed. So if this were a completely compatible, reciprocal dynamic with this person, Four of Swords would not have happened. Four of Swords, which is you separating from something, taking a break from something, pausing something, moving away momentarily at least from something, that would not have happened if you had a full compatible exchange with this person. So even if it wasn't fully recognized before, all of this stuff was necessary, and like it was not maybe as smooth as one had thought it had been. You were definitely in like some sort of relationship with this person. It felt like something. You feel conflicted because of the history that you have with them. Like, you may feel like really nostalgic, and that can be hard to break away from. Something about someone... Something happened in the past where this person lied to you about something very particular. That would have felt manipulative to you. Nonetheless, I'm still seeing you feel conflicted. But you feel like it's... I'm seeing this kind of be like... I don't want to call it the new you. It's like this new level of you. Like this new, more further along version of you. You're like coming out and being like, I advocate for myself now. And I'm seeing you do it with this person, and maybe you hadn't done that fully before. I'm seeing like that's also what's changed too. Like the Death card is directly associated with the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, that's you being in a space where you make logical decisions, where you're able to cut through and discern any confusion, get right to the point. You advocate for yourself. You're parsimonious, meaning like you're not using all of these extra fluffy words and sugarcoating things. Like you're just being direct. Necessarily so. And I'm seeing you tell this person, like, no, this is not what I want. It's not working for me. It's not resonating with me. And I'm seeing you dismiss this. They're not happy about it, but that's not on you. Your emotions are for you to deal with. How this person reacts and responds and feels, that's their responsibility. You're not responsible for anybody else's emotions. You're over here doing what you need to advocate for yourself. You're just being honest with them. And the thing is too, like, it's not easy to be in the Queen of Swords energy either. Like, who likes to tell somebody, like, no, I don't want the same thing as you. Or, I see you coming over, you're asking me for something, like, can we be together? And I'm telling you, no, that doesn't work for me. Like, nobody is like, yeah, that feels great, you know? It can be difficult. Like, I'm not seeing you be like, yeah, I'm really enjoying this process, but it's necessary for you. Like, this is really important to your growth here. And you really showing up for yourself, being authentic, and not people-pleasing either, which may be something that you've dealt with. Those of you that have, like, a lot of water energy within your chart, you may find yourself doing these, like, earth energy too. Like, wanting to show up the way that people want you to show up. And give things, because these The water and the earth signs are the feminine energies, where it's like, I'm hearing what you need. Now let me show up and try to like fulfill the order for you, you know? Let me try to give that to you. Those of you that have like a lot of water and a lot of earth in your chart, or you really resonate with those energies. I'm hearing something about like it's something needing to be overcome. You are protecting this new beginning of yours that you're stepping into, which is going to be made out of things that you want to be involved in, especially things that feel worth it to you emotionally. I am seeing them like offer you a new beginning. Like this person is coming through and being like, hey, you want to be together? You want to try something? I'm not seeing them come through with a plan though. They're kind of just like, you and I, chemistry, something, maybe. And I don't see this really appealing to you at this point. And you feel also too like this is a move. You walking away from this is a move that like saves your mental well-being, mental health. That may be something that feels very, very important to you currently, where you're like, I need to take care of that. Because I'm seeing this be the move where you're like, when I feel most centered and grounded within my energy, I know that I know that this situation isn't going to have what I need. And this is the lesson that you're completing. This is like you are about to cross the finish line of a very, very challenging, personally challenging cycle that has been consisting of immense growth spiritually, psychologically, for you personally, and also within the evolving partnership that you have with this person. There's been a lot of learning too. Like we have Sagittarius, which is like understanding more your core philosophical beliefs, and about your morals. Gemini is about your partnerships and the people that you socialize with and who you're exchanging energy with. And Scorpio is about you evolving mentally, you like undressing yourself in a way where you're getting to your vulnerable core and really feeling out what's going on there. Stripping things away until you feel like it's as authentic and raw as possible, and then going on to speak from that place. So this is like knowledge and self-discovery that you are now bringing into the conversation between you and this person, and showing up in that way for yourself. So let's just summarize this quickly. In the past, you had some sort of ongoing dynamic with this person, but I'm seeing that you guys, either you or this person or both of you guys, it doesn't really matter who did what. What matters is that something was going on between you guys actively, where you were actively exchanging back and forth, and then there was a break. And there was conflict within that break too. Like something needed to be worked out, but maybe separated, isolated. I'm seeing this purplish blue color. It looks very shimmery. It reminds me of like a mermaid. I don't know what the name of it is called, but it's one of those colors where like it looks purple, but then when you go like this with it, it like turns into blue. So it's like a translucent energy. I don't know what that's about, but that's coming through really strongly. There can be interesting, okay, something about chakra shifting with the energy. Okay, so stuff was going on between you and this person, actively exchanging. Then there was a break, and there was conflict that was involved in this break. This can be too like taking a break because there was conflict. This can also be like we're taking a break and that is creating conflict. Like that could have been, there was conflict mentally, psychologically because of this, but I'm seeing that it was very important. I'm hearing for the growth spur. I'm seeing this be a catalyst for the mental, the mental development, the psychological development, the spiritual development that got you to this point of being able to show up and be like, this is really how it is. So this really helped you find your voice in a necessary way within the dynamic that you have with this person. And I'm seeing you just be really straight up with them about what it is between the two of you guys. And I'm seeing, like, after that conversation that you have, Scorpio is also going to cut right to the point and be like, I'm going to be straight up with you about this. So this is like exactly, maybe in a bit of a rough way. I don't know. It depends on this situation. Some of you guys may be able to channel this energy in like a more eloquent way. Maybe others of you, this would come off like a little intense and rough, like going a little bit too hard, but you say what you needed to say. You're still working on this, okay? And then the effect that that has on your relationship with this person is you move directly and immediately into a space where one is like, nah, I'm not going to take the offer. I'm not into having a new beginning with you. That's not something that resonates with me. And I'm going to spend time now adjusting to that and assimilating to what this new beginning not with you looks like for me. And I'm in a space too where I'm still working through emotionally, walking all the way out of this and away from this. So it's like breaking that emotional connection and moving on fully, giving yourself the time that you need. This is going to take a little bit of time to do, but you feel like this is the best move for you to make, and you feel the most grounded and you feel like the most centered for making this choice, and feel like you're keeping something very important intact. And I'm seeing this be the completion of a major cycle for you. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I'm looking at Sag, Gemini, and Scorpio. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.